Welcome, sports bettors from around the world.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Sports Gambling Daily for Thursday, October 24th. You are watching Philly and Jared in the morning. And my partner, Philly, over there. Good morning.
Good morning to you. How are we over there? Little hungover from the game, maybe?
No, man. Everything's going to be fine. Hey, yeah, we're down 0-2. Nats are playing out of their mind. So,
Yep.
I was telling my son was freaking out last night. He's like, I just can't believe this. Blah. I'm like, just relax. We're fine. We got, if we go down one more game, then you know what? It's over. But, honestly, I'm not worried about it yet. We can come back from 0-2. Not too many teams have done it, but we can do it. We have the team that's built to do it. But it sucks that they did that. It sucks they got put in that hole. You got beat. Your two best starters got beat.
Yeah.
That sucks. That's not how you wanted it. Huh?
That was the most impressive part about it. It wasn't like they beat, the lesser of the pitcher staff. It was those two guys. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a shame, but we're gonna see what happens. We got Greinke coming up, and he also has an amazing, he's a good batter for being a pitcher, and then we got to go Cole right afterwards. We can't mess around, and we got to throw Cole right back out there, and we got to try to tie this thing up. If we can tie this thing up, it's anybody's ball game, and I like our chances if we tie this thing up a lot. So the thing is, they just got it hit with runners in scoring position. It's kind of laughable at this point how many times they actually have people on base and they're just not plating them. So very disappointing, but I still believe in the Astros. Astros they might not be the favorite now to win the World Series. I haven't looked at the recent odds, but look, Astros have been good all year. Nationals have just been on fire lately. They're like the 08 Giants, man, just coming out of nowhere. So
sometimes that's what it's all about, man. Just getting hot at the right time.
Yeah.
There's some kind of magic that surrounds them, and I don't know. Maybe it's destiny, but I do agree that if you can steal 2 games in Washington, then their buttholes will start to pucker a little bit.
and that's what we're all about around here is butthole puckering.
This is the butthole pucker edition.
Yeah. So, all right. So we had NBA. We had almost a full slate of NBA action yesterday. It was quite a bit to go around. We had Oklahoma City almost winning. We had our premium play hit, which was the 76ers. That was pretty much a no doubter there. Now the Celtics tried to make it close in the beginning of the game, but 76ers just had too much size, and and they pulled away. And what, they ended up winning like by 13 or something like that?
Yeah, it was a 13 or 14-point game. It's that's been a sore spot for them over the last couple of seasons. The Celtics have just not been a team they could beat. But I just thought they were built a little differently this year. The addition of Al Horford is so key to this. And actually, the Celtics losing him is huge. I mean, that was and you could see Ben Simmons is starting to take it to another level. I mean, he was so aggressive last night. He did some things I've really never seen him do before. They're just too big size wise, and they couldn't handle him on the glass. So it was a nice win for sure.
Yeah. So we got a short slate of games today, guys. But we're gonna jump into it here in just a second. Hey, look at the description. Look at the link in the description. That's where you can find the link to our premium selections and basically our Discord. So right now what it is, it's $30 a month. However, we're giving you a 3-day free trial to come in here and check it out, see if you like it. And there's no obligation. Like if you want to cancel, go ahead and cancel. It's not a big deal. But you just come in here and check it out, see if you like what's going on. You'll get our premium plays, 3 of it. You'll get 3 days of them. So for free. So go check it out. Links in the description. It's that launch pass link, and that's where you'll find it. All right. Let's see here, and as you can see here on the screen, you can look. That's kind of what the Discord looks like as far as like the chat part of it. It's just a lot of good people in there. We have almost, I think we're approaching 300 members, so definitely come check it out. I want to say thanks to everybody that hit that subscribe button yesterday and hit that thumbs up button, and I appreciate you following the channel, and let's get into some more Basketball. We're going to go over every game on the board, which I think there's only 3 today, Philly.
Yeah,
and
right.
I can't stress enough. This is our leans, our initial leans. It is 6:30 Central Time. It is 7:30 Eastern Time. So these are just our first looks. Well, maybe not first looks, but our initial leans. These are not official plays, but this is what we're leaning in the beginning. I can't stress that enough.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
All right, let's go ahead and start this first one. We got the Atlanta Hawks sitting in that hotel room waiting on the Detroit Pistons. Pistons are at home, and this line opened up -1.5 to the Pistons. 222 was the over. Now, I can find some spots where I can get this a pick 'em or -1 for the Pistons.
Mm-hmm. This is an interesting game because, initially Atlanta's a good young team, I think. I mean, they got some nice players. Trae Young, he's got a chance to be actually an all-star. But they're a little bit banged up. There's a couple guys questionable. Detroit coming off a nice win last night, back-to-back situation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Initially, I leaned Atlanta, but my only fear, I don't know if you can see this on your end or not. I got game time decision for Trae Young, game time decision for John Collins, and that would be a difference for me. So if their starting lineup plays, I actually kind of like Atlanta.
Right.
Detroit's without Blake Griffin. They're a little hot and cold now. Your favorite player in the NBA, Andre Drummond's coming off a 32-point, 23-rebound, 3-steal, 4-block game or whatever it was, some monster game like that.
Legit.
Now, what I'll say about him is he's had games like this in the past, and then he crawls up into a ball the next game. So I'm curious to see what he gives in this game.
Right.
With that being said, I would lean Atlanta, but a big part of this will be if the starters are in the game.
Sure. So the injury report I'm looking at right now, and these can change, guys. Chandler Parsons, he's out. He's probably was a non-factor anyway. Alan Crabb, he's out. And then you got obviously Blake Griffin, Reggie Jackson. He's active, but his back hurts a little bit. Markieff Morris, he's active, but his back hurts. So, yeah. So I agree with you that the Pistons performed pretty well yesterday. I thought, over the Pacers, which the Pacers were one of the best defensive teams in the league last year, and the Pistons were one of the most underachieving teams last year between Blake and Andre. So I got to give my hats off, at least initially. This is still, obviously that was the first game of the year, but I was impressed to see the Pistons do what they did against the Pacers. So what I'm going to do, this is a lean. I probably won't actually bet this in real life, but I'm going to take the Pistons, as an initial lean just to see if they can keep that momentum going versus the Atlanta Hawks that wasn't all that great, but had a lot of promise last year.
Yep.
So that's where I'm going to go, see if they can continue to roll that way. I know Atlanta, they can get up and down the court pretty quick, and I know they got some shooters on that team.
Yep.
So you got what's his nickname? It should be the Red Rifle, but it's Herder, right?
Yeah, Herder. Yeah, exactly right. He's a ginger for sure.
Yeah.
That dude can play. He's young and he's got some skill for sure. I agree with you, especially if Trae Young is out, and that's a big part of it. That's their point guard. I mean, I would be more so leaning towards Detroit, and I understand where you're coming from. And this is exactly why I say to guys out there, be very careful early on. It's so hard to tell. These teams, they're just getting started. You don't really know what you're going to get. I just feel like you got to dip your toe in a little bit, be careful, and maybe even just watch a little bit. I was actually talking to Dirty Bird, one of the guys in the Discord earlier, and I agree with him wholeheartedly. When you're handicapping basketball, in my opinion, if you can stick to looking at maybe a couple divisions, or maybe one division and really get really comfortable with that and understanding those teams in and out, then you really have a chance of being able to find good spots for them.
Yeah.
And but just a thought. But yeah, be careful at least early on in this.
All right, real quick. The money is let's see here. 48% of the money is on the Hawks. We're talking about the spread, not the money line. 48% of the spread. People are on the spread for the Hawks. That means 52% are on the Pistons. And get this, it's still early, guys, but 98% of the money is on the under of 222. All right, so what's your official lean over here?
My official lean would be if the starting five for Atlanta plays, I like Atlanta. If either one of those, big guys are out, then I'm looking at Detroit.
Okay, cool. All right. You had to pick a total, over, under.
Actually, 222. I might lean over on that, man, especially if they all play. If it's a full lineup. If not, that might be why the people are going under, because it
Yeah.
is a little bit of a higher total.
Okay, cool. All right, let's move on. So we got my favorite team playing the Bucks. We got the Milwaukee Bucks taking on the Houston Rockets. Now, I'm not going to get too excited here because the Rockets really struggled versus the Bucks last year. I don't think they beat them at all last year. And then if you remember, Giannis threw that ball and hit Harden right in the head. That's pretty much how the Rockets played against the Bucks just dominated the Rockets for the most part. So right now you got a -2 is the line. 231.5 is the total. What do you see here, Philly?
Obviously Milwaukee was a really strong team last year. They're essentially the same team coming back. Now they did lose Brogdon, but he was like the sixth guy off the bench. So not to say he wasn't a key piece, but this is the same team essentially. I don't know, man. Houston throwing Westbrook in the mix. I know he's familiar with OKC and Harden. You might have a better sense to me. I don't know, man. Houston is a little interesting to me.
So this is the way I look at it, Philly. It's the same team. We have the same team minus one big piece, which is we lost Chris Paul.
Yeah.
And we gained a Westbrook. And
Yep.
that's a huge difference, right? So, but you just don't know how it's going to play out. Because,
Exactly.
we haven't really seen these two guys play with each other in this capacity. Obviously we've seen them in OKC, but hell, that was 7 years ago. So, this is a wait and see thing. And if I had to place a bet on this game, I probably would take the Bucks +2 on the road.
Yeah.
Pretty much based on everything I've seen last year. Now, of course, I'm very excited about Westbrook being on the team. I think he brings another dimension. But let me tell you something. D'Antoni's style is, hey, let's run down there. If you can't get a layup, then you better shoot a 3-pointer. I'm not too excited about Westbrook's three-point capabilities, but not that I was that excited about Chris Paul's 3-point capability. I need Westbrook to get to the rack, draw the fouls, dish off to Harden, that kind of stuff. So if I had to do it, give me the Bucks +2. But I'm actually rooting obviously for the Rockets.
Sure.
But that's this is going to be interesting because we'll see how the Rockets gel here.
Yeah, that point with I know you're right. D'Antoni is run and gun style. He's been like that his whole entire, basically his coaching career. That scares me a little bit for Westbrook though, because if he takes that freedom to heart, the dude is not a very good 3-point shooter. At least lately in his career, he hasn't been. He was a little better earlier on. I feel like his shot has gotten worse.
Yeah, and I feel like he's a shoot first, pass second guy, where Chris Paul was a pass first, shoot second guy.
Yep. Very intrigued to see that. But I agree with you, man. If you're giving me Milwaukee plus the points, I'm leaning that way early on for sure. And as far as the total, 231, I don't know. That's the same total that the Pelicans-Toronto game was the other day, and I kind of leaned under and it went way the hell over. And these two teams can score, so I might lean over in this game.
So as far as injuries go, you got Eric Bledsoe's on the injury list, but they say he's active. He had a rib injury. And then he's out. He has an abductor strain, which he would not play much anyway, so that's not a big deal. He probably wouldn't have played in the game to begin with. And then you got Gerald Green, the shooting guard from H-Town. He's injured. He's got a foot injury. He will definitely be out of this game, which is probably not a bad thing either. The guy chucks and shoots things. He can provide a spark off the bench, but he's not a huge key component in this game. Mm-hmm. All right, so yeah, give me the Bucks, and I'll probably go over 231.5. All right, very good, very interesting game. This last game, 10:30 Eastern time, or no, maybe it's 10:30 Central time.
10:30 Eastern time.
Okay, 10:30 Eastern time. You got the Los Angeles Clippers, the undefeated Clippers, taking on the Golden State Warriors. Now, this is going to be a good matchup here. Now, I think that the Golden State is weaker than they were last year, but you don't ever want to count out Curry and Draymond and the likes over there. So right now you can get Golden State +2, which is interesting. Golden State +2 at home with 224.5.
Yeah. I think I was saying this to you earlier. For me, I know this is sometimes against conventional wisdom because everybody knows Golden State's been a dynasty, but I agree this is not the same exact team. They don't have Durant. Klay Thompson's injured early on. They got D'Angelo Russell. I like him. I just don't know how he fits in with the rest of this team. The Clippers are on a mission. The game before, they kind of proved to the world that maybe they're not the stepsister anymore of LA. They might be actually the real team. And here's step 2 is to knock this team the hell off. I like the Clippers tonight, man. I like them straight up. I like them minus the points.
Really?
I really do. This is one of my favorite games on the 3-game board. I may be wrong, and I'm not going to go bet my 401k on it, but I think I'm putting some money on the Clippers tonight.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, the NBA schedulers, man, they knew what they were doing because so they assembled this Clippers team and they immediately get tested right out the gate. I mean, I guess that's how it is if you're in the Western Conference anyway. But the fact that they scheduled them the Lakers and then the Warriors, if they get ahead of this, man, they'd have to be feeling amazing about themselves. Mm-hmm. And they don't have Paul George yet. So
that's true. You forget about that for a minute.
It's impressive, and I can already tell. Let's say the Clippers get out to a hot start, which they might do that, and then Paul George comes back, and then let's say they struggle a little bit. Watch everybody in the meetings and be like, "Oh, should they even have brought back Paul George to mess up the chemistry?" Which is a ridiculous statement. But all right, yeah. I mean, I watched a couple of the Golden State Warrior preseason games, and it's just preseason. Curry's up to his old tricks, man. Mm-hmm. This guy has a legit shot of winning MVP again this year. Mm-hmm. Now that the offense is going to be solely focused through him. No Klay Thompson, no KD. Draymond's there to get the rebounds and kick back out. But they're just not the same team as we've seen before, in my opinion. Now you got Willie Cauley-Stein, and I think he's actually hurt.
He's hurt. Yeah.
But I gotta take the Clippers, man. They were so dominant versus the Lakers, especially down the stretch. I do like Golden State. I respect Golden State. That's because I've seen Golden State so many times in my nightmares. But in this case, give me Clippers on the road -2. It's crazy to say that you're actually giving Golden State 2 points at home on the home opener.
Yep.
But yeah, give me the Clips and give me Kawhi Leonard. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So 224.5. I'll probably lean over on that one as well.
Agreed. Totally agree.
Yeah, that's great. So that's the 3 games, guys. Let us know what you think down in the description down below. Would definitely like to know. And if you let us know what's up. Who are you betting today? And guys, if you'd like to hang out with us in our Discord and you'd like to get our premium plays, then there's also a lot more stuff in there that we can't really talk about, but we can. It's all in the Discord. You'll find out when you're in there. Plus all the system plays and everything else. You talk to Joe and Big Mon, myself, and almost 300 other people. Click on that description down, or click on the link in the description, and you're in. You're in there for 3 days free. After that, it's $29.99 a month, and come check it out.
Yeah, definitely, guys. And like we said, leave us some comments. Let us know if there's anything you want us to discuss in the future. If there's any content, we'd love to hear it, and we're always willing to try to provide whatever you guys are interested in.
Yep, that's for sure. All right, Philly, let's go ahead and bounce on out of here. I got to eat some breakfast, man. I'm hungry.
I completely understand that. Game wore you out last night.
Yeah, it sure did. I was like, you saw me in the chat. I'm like, I'm going to bed, guys.
Yeah, Mr. Positivity.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna go sleep on my my free 2017 mattress from the Astros, so I'm not too worried about it. So,
just real quick, there's breaking news. It looks like Mattress Max just placed $1 million bet on the Milwaukee Bucks tonight. I don't know if you saw that.
Are you serious?
No, I'm kidding.
I was about to say, what? He's full. It turned into full degen all of a sudden. He's Now, real quick, Mattress Mac is like a saint here in Houston. This guy helps out everybody. He's huge in the community. He's he's literally bigger than the mayor. You can't if you're a tourist or you're somebody that's visiting Houston, you can't go through this city without hearing a Mattress Mac commercial, which is Gallery Furniture, or seeing a billboard of his. and the guy's an awesome guy. I've met him a couple times. If you go to a store, he's right there. He's there every day. He works every single day in that store. And
very cool.
Yeah, and he greets everybody that walks in the door. But man, I'm telling you what, this guy is great in the community. So I have nothing but good things to say about him.
Awesome.
Anyway, I know you're watching Mattress Mac, so and where you can get your furniture today. That's his little tagline.
Get a sponsor.
All right, we're out of here, guys. Come join us in the Discord. Good luck to you. Good luck to me. Yes, me. And we'll see you guys tomorrow on another edition of Philly and Jared in the Morning.
Morning, guys. Have a great Thursday.
Boom.